and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Hardcore FM podcast. I'm your host, Hardcore Declan, and this music means it's pay-per-view night, Hell in a Cell. And ladies and gentlemen, let's play the music for a minute. That's a fantastic intro, and it never gets old. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the swing of things. Ladies and gentlemen, it's WWE. Hell in a Cell comes tonight. Of course, from the Sacramento, California, of course, in the Golden One Center. And of course, it's a short card here tonight, unless there's going to be more matches. But this is the card so far, and obviously the stipulation and so on. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. We will start with the Seth Rollins versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and of course, this match was building up even before the last pay per view, and I had a feeling that Seth Rollins would have a major problem in the Fiend. Of course, obviously the Fiend is undefeated. If you count, I know Bray Wyatt has lost in the past, but as a new character, he is hasn't lost. Obviously, as a new character. So, who is going to win tonight? Seth Rollins as the Universal Champion going into the match against the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and of course, the Fiend, of course, is probably the new Undertaker, of course, of the WWE. So, who is going to win? I'm going to probably go with the Fiend. I think Seth Rollins' championship reign is over at this stage. And so I'm going to go with the Fiend, of course. And also, the match is in the biggest structure, obviously, of sports entertainment. It's actually in a Hell in a Cell. So, obviously, if you remember, Hell in a Cell goes back, it was actually Mankind and The Undertaker obviously kicked off the Hell in a Cell, started the Hell in a Cell. And Mankind was thrown off the Hell in a Cell all those years ago, and it's still talked about today. So it can actually end careers, or it can change your career forever. Triple H, I don't know if The Rock was in a Hell in a Cell match, but Triple H was, The Undertaker, Mick Foley, I think Mark Henry was, Kane was, and so on. I can't remember, the list goes on and on. Shane McMahon was also in a Hell in a Cell, so it does change your career. But I'm going to go with the Fiend Bray Wyatt here tonight to beat Seth Rollins. Now we will move on to Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Obviously, Becky Lynch as champion going into this match. It is also in a Hell in a Cell match. So Sasha Banks obviously was in a Hell in a Cell match last year. So Becky Lynch has never competed in a Hell in a Cell match. So, what is going to happen, with these two athletes, female superstars? Obviously Sasha Banks has a taste of Hell in a Cell. And unfortunately, I am sorry to say, Becky Lynch, normally I go with Becky Lynch every time, my homegirl. I'm going to go with Sasha Banks here tonight of winning the is it the Raw? Yeah, it's the Raw Women's Champion. So I'm going to go with Sasha Banks. Sorry, did I say Sasha Banks? Sasha Banks to beat Becky Lynch tonight. So I'm sorry, my homegirl, Becky Lynch. Normally I back my girl, but I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks on this one. Now we will move on. Hello to Keith, of course. Keith just texted in there. How are you, my friend? How are you, my brother? How are you, my bro? How are you, man? Now we'll move on to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan uh, and Roman Reigns for the first time ever they've teamed up versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Now, if you remember going back, obviously Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan were together at one stage, and there was obviously a storyline that who people were trying to attack Roman Reigns and on the back area and stuff like that. And eventually, it was found out to be Eric Rowan. And Daniel Bryan, of course, was like, no, 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 it wasn't Eric Rowan. We're going to prove it wasn't Eric Rowan. But eventually, turned out to be Eric Rowan. And obviously, Daniel Bryan wasn't too happy about it. So um, he obviously turned his attention to Eric Rowan. And Eric Rowan, obviously, Daniel Bryan tried to get his back on Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan threw him through a table. And then, of course, was it the last pay per view where Luke Harper hasn't been seen in like 8 months? I think it was 8 months. He returned. So it's Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers, or whatever you want to call them nowadays, versus Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. I'm going to go, to be honest, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns on this one. But anything can happen. Maybe it's a ruse. Maybe Daniel Bryan will probably, I don't know, attack Roman Reigns or something. Maybe it could be a ruse or something. We don't know. But I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns to beat Eric Rowan and Luke Harper on this one. And now we will move on to the fourth match. Now there's only four matches for some reason. I don't know if there's going to be any more matches for tonight's Hell in a Cell, but this is the only matches. But we will move on to Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Who's going to win? I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair. She's been a fantastic. She I think she deserves to be. Is it the 12th time if she wins tonight? 12th time? I don't know. I'm gonna go with. Normally, I do back Bayley. Bayley's a fantastic competitor, but I think Charlotte Flair is gonna win tonight. So it's like a switcheroo where Sasha Banks is gonna beat Becky Lynch and Bayley will get beaten by Charlotte Flair. So it's gonna be like I reckon they're gonna do a switcheroo here. So that's really it. So it's been short. It's been a short preview prediction show. Now let's go on and let's talk about what's going to happen next week. Obviously in WWE. I think it's is it this Monday or I can't remember. The WWE draft. The 11th and the 14th, which is Friday and Monday, next Friday and next Monday. What's going to happen? As you know, like the commentators have been changed around a bit, and now the wrestlers now are going to be changed around, and no more wild card. And what? It's great now. Actually, do you know what's great? Now they finally brought the fireworks back in WWE for 2 or 3 years. They haven't been really having fireworks, but now even the SmackDown stage looks phenomenal. It looks actually better than the Raw stage, to be honest. So we're going to have the draft, and it looks like Brock Lesnar is going to SmackDown because he defeated Kofi Kingston Friday night on SmackDown's premiere on Fox. So it's going to be, well, I wonder, is Brock Lesnar going to be one of them champions where, you might see him, or is he going to show up and fight? What's going to happen? So there's an awful lot of happening obviously over the coming week in WWE. So hopefully, I'd like to see what's his name, Braun Strowman on SmackDown. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring over the big stars over the SmackDown because of the launch of SmackDown Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. So hopefully it should it should be interesting, the draft and stuff. But and of course AEW, who premiered last Wednesday. So it's like the old days where you'd be like chopping and changing to WCW back to Raw. So hopefully, AEW does a fantastic and maybe come on and challenge the likes of Raw and SmackDown. Maybe they'll bring up in. Maybe they'll bring another show in. We'll wait and see. But at the moment, it's just the one show. It's AEW Dynamite. So it kind of reminds me of Nitro. With that Dynamite thing. Nitro was that, if you remember, the fire. So it's kind of something similar. So and it's been since 2001 was the last broadcast of WCW up until 2019. So 18 years. Wrestling hasn't been on TNT, so it's a good thing. So we wait and see. There's an awful lot to obviously talk about. With the draft, who's going where, what's happening, and that's really it, guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our preview show. It's nice to hear from you. I'm doing all right, Keith. Thank you very much for texting in. You're more than welcome, man. Obviously, I want to give my bro Keith O'Donnell a good shout out. He's texting in. Louise Bourne, Glenn Purdy, and so on. And so, actually, before I go off, before I head off, guys, because it's short. Normally, it's a longer preview show. My apologies on the shortness of the video. But before we go off, guys, I just want to just take something aside here for a few minutes, okay? There's a guy by the name of Anthony De Silva, okay? And he thinks he's cool and all this. Actually, I don't even know why I'm even talking about this, but we'll talk about it. He thinks he's cool, and he goes around telling everybody that Sergeant James Kennedy is his uncle. Okay, right now, I rang the Tuckahoe police last night, and I also rang them today. Okay, and I can't even remember who I was speaking to, and he verified that Sergeant James Kennedy is not Anthony De Silva's uncle or nephew or whatever you want to call it. Okay, he verified that, and I'm sure the police officer would never lie in that situation. When I asked the police officer, are you 100% sure that Sergeant James Kennedy is not related to Anthony Silva? Then to me, he says no, he is not. He goes, there is a guy with the name Anthony going around telling everybody that Sergeant James Kennedy is related to him. He's no related than the person on the street. He's no related to that person. That's like me saying the guy next door is related to me. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You know what? You know who is my brother from another mother? Keith is more related to me than he is Sergeant James Kennedy. You understand that? Keith is more related to me from a brother from another mother. He's related to me than Sergeant James Kennedy is related to him. So he's making up videos and shit about me and Keith and all that shit. Go ahead. I don't give a damn what you think, Mr. De Silva. I don't care what you do. Whatever you do, you do. And then he's going around saying he's the best in the world. Nobody is the best in the world. Nobody. You may be better than other people, but nobody is the best in the world. The only person that's the best in the world is Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is the best in the world of what he does. And I don't care what anybody says. Chris Jericho is the best in the world of what he does. Best in the world of what he does. So, Mr. De Silva, if you think, you're trying to, piss me off, you're not pissing me off. I'm having a laugh at your expense. At your expense, sir. Okay? So I don't care. You can tell me Spencer Heberger can verify that Sergeant James Kennedy is your uncle. I don't think so. You can tell me that who else? Who else do you know? Big James, is that your mate, Big James? Wow, Big James, huh? Hmm. Wow, Big James. And what else? I'm apparently I live in what's that? Something Derry or something? Kildare or something in New York or something, which is bullshit, of course. So I don't care, man. You can do what you want because look, this guy, right? This guy has a bigger chin than me fucking than than me foot, man. You'd park fucking two cars on it. You know what I mean? Like this guy is so fucking ugly. The doctor had to slap him twice. Do you know what I mean, man? This guy, the doctor had to slap him twice to make sure he wasn't ugly. You know what I mean? So he can sit there and trying to be a tough guy here. But don't worry if he wants to, uh, talk about my family, my brotherhood. I'll talk about his fucking family, and I don't care, man. I don't care. Oh, you understand that, boyo? So anyway, I'm I'm done with this talking about this Anthony the Silva guy because he's not even a waste of space. He's like a chewing gum on my shoe. He ain't missed. You know what I mean? Why are we even talking? And actually, by the way, thank you for the plug, by the way, because my show is obviously great publicity for me, man. So play all the footage from my show. I don't give a damn what you think, okay? But I'm telling you one thing. Telling you one thing. I'm telling you one thing. Keith O'Donnell is my brother. Sergeant Kennedy has nothing to do with you, pal. You understand that? So, I always look after my Dublin boys. You understand that? So, take it to the bank. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're way off topic. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our Hell in a Cell preview show here tonight. Thank you very much, guys. And if you get a chance, subscribe to my channel, set notifications, and we will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.